Court calls case, People versus Jimmy Trussell.
Jessica Blanche, appearing on behalf of People.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Chinazi Kiriakin-Ruli on behalf of Mr. Jimmy Trussell.
Mr. Trussell.
Your Honor, I have had contact with Mr. Trussell as recent as this morning, and I think I did see him logged in at one point in time. If the court could pass this matter, I can try and give him another call and see exactly what's going on.
Well, he's missing his text consistently. At least it appears he's testing shortly thereafter, but he needs to test within the windows. I don't know why he's not here.
I can give him a call right now, Your Honor. I spoke with him this morning. I did see him logged in earlier, and
When you call him, tell him he's got a bench warrant. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear, bond set in the amount of $10,000, cash surety. That warrant will issue. That warrant, I'll give you a few days to get it clear. So I'll give you a day to get it clear. That warrant will issue by the 11th instead of immediately. So I won't issue it till tomorrow so you can get to him. See if you can get this rectified. Thank you. Court calls case, People versus Tania Ware.
Jessica Blanche, appearing on behalf of People.
First Assistant Public Defender Kalina Anderson with on behalf of Ms. Ware. Ms. Ware, please state your name.
Tiana Ware.
And Your Honor, in this matter, we've had a chance to review some videos. I've asked Ms. Blanche to see if there was some additional video showing the beginning of the initial contact with my client. She's agreed to do so. So I would ask for an adjournment of the probable cause conference, and I would ask that the offer remain open until we've had a chance to review that video.
Hello?
Seriously. I don't know who it is. All right.
Hello?
Who is that?
iPhone 5.
You found him?
iPhone 5, yeah.
iPhone 5? I don't know.
Hello?
You know, he knows where the mute button is. I'll adjourn this one to April 7th, 2022, 9 a.m. It's probably one of Anderson's clients.
I'm
Bye.
sorry.
Oh, man.
April
Yeah.
7th, Your Honor.
Yes, April 7th. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be in touch, Ms. Ware.
Okay.
They always call my name and they don't see me. That's what I'm telling you.
Who is that?
It don't matter who's doing it. I'm just trying to get it over with.
Now he's interrupting my court. Who is, what page do you have him on?
Your Honor, if I may.
Sir, the gentleman who has a picture framed in the back. You keep
Hello.
interrupting my proceedings. iPhone 5, what is your name? What is your name, sir?
Jimmy.
Jimmy what?
Trussell.
He didn't answer. We'll have to get his file back. You need to stay muted and quit talking and interrupting the proceedings. I'll call your case back because right now you have a bench warrant because you didn't answer. So I don't think you want to say anything to me. I'm telling you, I'll get your file back. I'll get your file back.
I'm on the phone trying to do it now. I don't know how to do this that good.
That's apparent. So you may want to try to call or talk to you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Mr. Carey and Mr. Trussell, put him into a breakout room. She can teach him or try to tell him how he needs to conduct himself in my courtroom.
Thank you so
And
much.
that
Your Honor.
way I will try to get the file back. And then in that way, he doesn't walk around with a warrant.
I appreciate
Put
that.
him
Your
into a breakout room. Court calls the case, People versus Lavelle, Washington.
Near Michigan Atra, First Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
Assistant Public Defender Melissa Kleeman on behalf of Mr. Washington, and he is at one of our
points. It looks like he's muted and trying to figure that out. In the meantime, while he's doing that though, Mr. Washington does not have a phone number that
Hang on a second.
Okay, he walked away. All right.
I know they had to send in. I'll address that. All right, he's unmuted. Sir, state your
Hello?
name.
Hello, my name is Larzell O'Neill Washington, not Lavelle. And good morning, afternoon rather. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can.
Okay, well,
All right. And Your Honor, I haven't had a chance to speak with Mr. Washington. He does not have a phone that works. If we could just get the adjournment. And sir, I would need you to give a call to the public defender's office.
yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Washington, I will adjourn your matter out to March 24th, 2022 at 9 a.m. This bond at this moment will continue. Mr. Washington, I'm going to give you one warning, okay? My staff at this court and the clerks here work very hard to try to serve the public. They work very hard to make sure that everybody that comes in, particularly in the time of this pandemic where people are operating by Zoom, and those that don't know how to use the technology, that they have access to the courts and they do that. I
Okay,
received it, hold on, because I received a report and I don't receive it very often from my clerk's office that you were very rude to them. And
okay,
that you were, just hold it. And that you were very rude to them. They will help you in any way they possibly can. I do notice that what you have in there helping you is a court security officer, which leads me to the conclusion that the clerks kind of gave up. So I'm going to leave you with this warning before we see you on the 24th,
right,
that if you show up and you're rude to my clerks again, the person that's helping you now, those court security officers, will be taking you into custody.
all
I
right,
will
excuse me,
not have it.
all right, excuse
Am
me, with all,
am I understood?
not really, because that's not the truth. I did not get rude with no one, and somebody woke up on the bad side of the bed. The first clerk, young lady, is a beautiful person. The other clerk, young lady, had an attitude. So, you know, realistically, that's not the truth. So I'm not gonna admit to something that's not the truth.
Okay, then yeah, I've given you my warning.
Okay,
I've
well,
given, no, so you want to fight with me? Yeah, that
no,
battle
you
you just lose.
you evicted me.
Leave,
You
send those deputies in.
For what? What, if you want me to apologize, I'll apologize.
Your Honor, could Miss Kleiman and Mr. Washington have a breakout room?
And hey, if he want,
You want to go in there with them?
Hey,
You better all go in there
Please,
No.
thank you.
because they're on their way down there now. Put Miss Kleeman, Mr. Washington, and Miss Gaines into a breakout room.
that's what you do.
And Your Honor, could we pass Mr. Wells Cadell, please, while we're in the breakout room?
Yes.
Thank you.
I ain't had no trouble being here. Do what you got to do.
Oh, boy. He better, you know what? Mute him before, because he's going to end up getting himself locked up. Okay, which you wanted me to pass Wells. Attorney had to go into a breakout room to, yeah, I think you saw that. So
Yeah.
I can't call the case. So I'll call it up first in the next block. All right.
Okay.
Can you wait a bit?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right.
Thank you.
Court will stand in recess. I was gonna call before I took a break your client's case. Oh, he's coming back, I think. Yep, he's out. I need you to unmute. Okay, he unmuted. Mr. Carey, okay. Court recalls case, People versus Trussell.
Thank you again for that, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Chinazi. Carrie Akinruli on behalf of Mr. Jimmy Trussell. Give us a second, Mr. Trussell.
Jessica Blanche on behalf of people.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Trussell's present.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. I'll cancel his warrant.
I got you.
All right. So, Mr. Trussell, I'm just gonna, did you want a new date?
No, Your Honor, we're actually ready to set this matter for a preliminary exam.
Oh,
That was
perfect.
our request today. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set it for a preliminary examination. You want that Zoom or in person?
Mr. Trussell would like a Zoom one.
Okay. Gotta make sure he knows how to work it. I'll set a preliminary examination via Zoom that will be set for March 22nd, 2022, 9 a.m. That will be before Judge Washington. His bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're
Okay.
welcome.
You're all
Your
set,
cli-
Mr.
Your
Trussell.
client should thank you for saving him. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You can hang up, Mr. Trussell. You're all set.
Can you call me when you get done?
I will.
Thank you.
No, I don't need to recall Washington. But here's what I'll do. Miss Gaines, you were in the breakout room with Miss Kleeman and your client. I don't need to see him again, but I got deputies waiting out. Can you assure me he's straight as to how he needs to conduct himself?
Yes.
Absolutely, Judge.
All right, on your assurance, I will do that. I think I already gave the new date and everything. So Lee, if you can let them know, they can please escort him out of my building.
You're good to go, Mr. Washington. Take care.
Court calls the case of the people versus Carlos Wells Codell. Now, if he disappeared for a while, no, he came back. He's there. Mr. Codell, you ready? Okay.
Yes, sir. You're on.
Nimish Ganatra, First Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, representing Mr. Wells Codell. Your Honor, there are no offers on this matter. Mr. Wells Codell is indicating he would like a Zoom preliminary exam.
On both matters?
Yes, please.
All right. That preliminary examination via Zoom will be set for March 29th, 2022, 9 a.m. And those are before Judge Tabby.
Can I do one?
I'm sorry?
Can I do 1 p.m.?
Mr. Wells Codell, I think we should do 2.
No, he's saying, I think he's trying to talk about the time.
Yeah,
I can only set it for,
So sorry.
I can only set it for 9. Sometimes your counsel can work it out with the judge assigned to see if they'll do something if that works for all of the parties. But I set them at 9, so that's going to be the time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bond will continue. And while Ms. Gaines, I will get on your clients about when they are not respectful of others. I will tell you that while you went into the breakout room, I was telling Mr. Codell I couldn't call his case. He had seen that you went into the breakout room with Ms. Kleeman and Mr. Washington. I told him I was going to pass it. He was exceedingly respectful, understood his case would be delayed, and did not give me one iota of any problems regarding that. Didn't huff and puff because he had to wait in line. So he deserves kudos for that. So you say the good things, you say the bad things about folks. So I just wanted you to know that. All right,
Mr.
thank you.
Mr. Wells Cadell is always a gentleman when I work with him as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, that's it till 2. Okay. We'll stand in recess, folks. Court calls the case, People versus Tanner Guinness.
Rob Dodd on behalf of the people.
May it please the Honorable Court, Jeff Buhner appearing on behalf of Mr.
Guinness. I was thinking of something else when I said Guinness, apparently. All right. So, all right. All right, what are we doing on this?
You should have a bottle of Guinness in front of you, Your Honor. No, please.
No, not while I'm up here, but I see what you're talking about. I do have before me a plea form that indicates that the defendant would be pleading guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing the 1-year offense. That upon his successful guilty plea to that charge, the felony charge or high court administrative charge would be dismissed. And people are also agreeing to a prosecutor's deferred sentence. That is the entirety of the agreement I have before me.
That is correct, Your Honor.
That's accurate, Judge.
Whose case is this? In 15. All right. Sir, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name, sir, for the record.
It's Tanner Geisness. No relation to the beer.
Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, sir, it is this court's understanding that you are going to plead guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and or a $1,000 fine plus court cost. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
At some point, okay, you snuck into the game, right?
Yeah, and they pretty much knew immediately that I had snuck in there.
And they tried to do what? And then in what way did you oppose them in some way? I guess that's what I'm trying.
One officer, I believe, tried to grab me. So I tried to run. Then he called in, a bunch more officers. So I'm running through the stadium, and then eventually ran out of the stadium and kind of didn't think that, anything was going to come of it, because I'm sure they just wanted to get me out of there. So, started walking down the street. Then a bike cop came in front of me, and I avoided him. I was definitely not pushing officers, but I was, trying to avoid them to the best of my ability.
Okay. When the one officer, just so that we're clear, when the one officer grabbed you, in some way you had to pull away and then take off.
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Defense is satisfied.
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Sentencing in this matter will be
April 7th at 1:30.
April 7th, 2022, 1:30? 1:30 before Judge Valvo.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Court calls the case, People versus Joshua Mahaney.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Amy Reiser on behalf of the people.
Afternoon, Your Honor. Dan Garrett on behalf of Josh Mahaney. Josh, please identify yourself.
Yes, I am Joshua Mahaney.
Hey, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I'm asking for one final adjournment of probable cause conference. Mr. Reiser and I continue to
Said
talk.
that the last time.
Yes,
Didn't
you're
he?
right. Your Honor, I will say next time will be either a waiver or asking for an exam. If you could fit us on next week, that would be great. If not, I would need April 14th.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned April 14th, 2021, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I'd say good luck to your alma mater at 6:30, but I'm not going to wish you good luck.
Yeah, I got to learn how to play the sport first. All right.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm all done, folks.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
All right.
There's a 3:30 though, right, Your Honor?
Yes, I do still have the 3:30. I'm done with the mass call out. So, all right. Mr. Brown, you'll be back at 3:30, correct?
I wouldn't even leave. I won't even leave, Your Honor. I'll be here the whole time.
That means he's gonna leave his computer on and go to sleep.
Just make sure you speak loudly to wake me up. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
Would it be possible for Mr. Brown and I to go in a breakout room to discuss the 3:30 now so we don't have to do that later?
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. All right, folks. Thank you. 14A stands in recess.